Did you know that men often act in ways that totally confuse them when they know you're a Sigma female? It's true. Your independence, your strength, and your self-sufficiency make men behave in ways that they might not even realize are a little weird. Stick with me, because we're about to uncover 8 unexpected things men do when they know they're dealing with a high-value Sigma female. So, what's a Sigma female, right? It's a woman who doesn't fit into the stereotypical roles society loves to put us in. You're independent, self-sufficient, and confident. You're not looking for validation, and you move to the beat of your own drum. But it's not always easy for men to understand how they can attract someone like you. Today we're talking about 8 weird things that men often do when they realize they're with a Sigma female. You know the drill. People often think Sigma females are cold, uninterested, or hard to please, but that's far from the truth. The reality is, Sigma women have unique attraction patterns that are totally different from what people expect. So, what exactly draws us in? Let's take a look at some of the unexpected things men do when they realize they're with a high-value Sigma female. 1. When men realize you're independent and fully capable of handling things on your own, something strange happens. They often feel the need to step in and fix things for you. It's like this natural instinct kicks in where they want to prove they can be helpful, especially when they sense you don't need any help. The thing is, this isn't because they think you can't do it. It's more like they want to demonstrate their ability to protect or support you, even though you've got it all under control. And let's be real, this is exactly where the weirdness begins. It's almost like they think your independence is a challenge to their masculinity, and they want to save the day by doing something, anything, to show their worth. This behavior can come across as a little unnecessary, but deep down, it's kind of endearing. You see, Sigma females are fully aware of their strength, and we take pride in it. We know we can handle situations ourselves, without having to rely on anyone. That's what makes us stand out, our ability to walk through life, navigate challenges, and rise above without waiting for someone to step in and do it for us. Yet, when men try to fix things, it's like they're reinforcing the idea that they're needed in some way, even when you don't require it. It's almost as if they don't trust your ability to get things done, or that they need to prove they're useful in some way. But here's the kicker. We get that they mean well. They're not trying to undermine us, and it's not always coming from a bad place. They're just wired to be providers, protectors, and fixers, and that's something ingrained in many men from an early age. Still, it can be a bit awkward when they don't quite realize that you've got everything under control. It's like a scene from a movie where the hero swoops in to save the damsel in distress, except there's no distress. You've already got it. And while you don't need their help, there's something oddly sweet about their effort. It's cute that they want to contribute, even if it's in ways that don't exactly fit. For a Sigma female, the most attractive thing is a man who respects your independence without trying to intrude on it. So, when a guy tries to fix something for you, whether it's a problem at work, a technical issue with your phone, or even offering unsolicited advice about your career, it's clear that they've recognized your strength. They just want to be a part of your world in a way that feels significant. It's their way of saying, I'm here for you, even when you don't need anyone. But here's the truth. Sigma females don't need saving. We don't need to be fixed. We don't need a hero. What we need is a partner who respects our ability to handle life on our own terms. That's the kind of connection that truly sparks attraction. And when men realize this, they often back off a little, finding new ways to connect that don't feel like helping or fixing, but rather appreciating your capabilities. So, next time you catch a guy trying to fix something you've already mastered, just smile. Appreciate the effort, but remember, you're more than capable of taking care of things. And isn't it a little adorable when they try anyway? Quick pause. If you're vibing with this, make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments if you've experienced this before. Quick pause. If you're vibing with this, make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments if you've experienced this before. 2. They suddenly want to be the leader. Now, this is one that gets really interesting. When men realize you're a Sigma female, someone who's totally comfortable in her own skin and doesn't follow the crowd, they sometimes feel this weird urge to take charge. It's like they suddenly think, oh, she's so independent, maybe I need to show her that I can lead too. And honestly, it's like a light bulb goes off in their heads, and suddenly they feel the need to act like the alpha. But here's the thing, Sigma females don't need a leader. We're perfectly capable of navigating life, making decisions, and leading ourselves. We're not looking for someone to take the reins, but it's funny how some men think that stepping in as a leader will attract us. And while this is happening, they're often not realizing that what we actually admire is authenticity and independence, not necessarily the need to dominate. When a man tries to lead, it's almost like they're not fully aware that we don't want to be controlled or even guided. A Sigma female's value doesn't come from having someone lead her. She values freedom, space, and the ability to make decisions on her own. She knows her worth, and she doesn't need anyone to dictate her life. So, when a man comes in and tries to take control, it can be a little bit of a turn-off. It's not about being unappreciative, it's just that we prefer equality and mutual respect. Leadership in a relationship should come from understanding and collaboration, not from trying to be the dominant figure. What we truly appreciate is when a man understands that we're capable of leading ourselves and values that. The idea of being the leader can sometimes stem from insecurity. Men want to prove that they can be in charge, that they can dominate the situation, especially when they see someone as confident and strong as a Sigma female. But what they don't understand is that we don't need anyone to prove their worth to us. We already know we're capable. We don't need to be taught how to live our lives, how to handle our career, or how to make decisions. A Sigma female doesn't expect a man to step in and tell her what to do. She wants him to stand beside her, to respect her choices, and to be her partner in every sense of the word. When a guy tries to lead when he doesn't have to, it's not about feeling special. It's more about feeling like he's trying too hard. It's almost like a performance. The truth is, Sigma females admire strength, but that strength comes from someone who knows how to respect her autonomy while offering support without overstepping. Real leadership is about mutual respect, not about who can boss the other around. When men realize this, they can shift their focus from leading to learning how to support us. They'll understand that the best way to attract a Sigma female isn't by taking the reins, but by respecting the fact that we've got it handled. In the end, men who think being the leader will impress us miss the point completely. What we value is a partnership, one where both sides bring something unique to the table without anyone feeling like they have to be in charge. It's about balance, respect, and understanding. So the next time you notice a guy trying to take control, just remember that being a true leader means understanding when to step back and let a Sigma female do her thing. It's not about dominance, it's about mutual respect and collaboration. Quick pause. If you're feeling this, hit the like button and let me know in the comments if you've ever had a guy try to lead when you didn't need it. If this sounds familiar, don't forget to hit subscribe for more Sigma female insight. 3. They become extra protective. This one can be both sweet and a little overbearing at times. When men realize that you're a Sigma female, someone who doesn't need anyone to protect her because she's already strong and self-sufficient, they often feel this need to become extra protective. It's like they suddenly think, oh, she's independent and can handle everything, but I need to step up and shield her from the world. The funny part? Sigma females are completely capable of handling themselves. We don't need anyone to fight our battles for us. We've been doing just fine on our own, thank you very much. However, men often misinterpret this strength as vulnerability and feel the urge to protect. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with someone caring about you or offering protection when you need it. The issue comes when they don't realize that you've got everything under control. A Sigma female isn't a damsel in distress waiting to be rescued. She's a woman who knows how to stand tall, handle challenges, and keep pushing forward. So, when a man steps in and tries to shield you from something that's entirely manageable, It feels a bit unnecessary. It's almost like they're assuming you're weak or fragile just because you don't always make your needs obvious. And let's be real, Sigma females don't need anyone to protect them. We've built our own armor, and we're not afraid to face the world head-on. What we actually want is someone who respects our independence, who recognizes that we're fully capable of standing on our own 2 feet. We're not looking for someone to constantly hover over us or protect us from every little thing. Instead, we want a partner who knows when to step up and when to step back. It's about finding that balance where both partners can support each other without stepping on each other's toes. When men get overly protective, it often stems from a place of caring, but it can be a little suffocating. It's not that we don't appreciate the care, they just need to understand that their protective instincts don't have to be constantly active. Sigma females value space and autonomy. We want someone who's got our back, but doesn't feel the need to constantly intervene in every little thing. We don't need to be saved. We need to be respected. When men realize this, they often start backing off and letting us navigate our own lives. And that's when true attraction builds, when both sides can stand independently while also knowing they've got each other's support when it's needed. The most attractive thing isn't a man who constantly hovers over you. It's the man who knows when to step up and when to let you shine. When they do that, they'll have earned the respect and admiration of a Sigma female. So, next time a guy tries to be overly protective, just remember, you've got this, and you don't need anyone to fight your battles for you. You're strong, independent, and more than capable of taking care of yourself. But hey, it's cute when they try anyway. Quick pause. If you agree with this, make sure to hit that like button and drop a comment letting me know if you've had this experience. They hold back their emotions. Here's the thing. Sigma females don't play games when it comes to emotions. We're straightforward, authentic, and don't waste time on drama. And when men realize they're with a woman who doesn't feed into emotional chaos, they often start holding back their own feelings. It's like a switch flips, and suddenly they feel like they need to hide their vulnerability in front of you. They start holding in their emotions, thinking that showing any kind of weakness or emotional expression will make them seem less appealing or less manly. It's almost like they think Sigma females only value emotional control or strength, so they shy away from showing how they really feel. But here's the kicker. Sigma females aren't impressed by men who bottle up their emotions. In fact, it can actually create a distance, making the connection feel shallow or disconnected. We value realness and authenticity, and that includes emotional expression. A Sigma female wants to be with someone who can share their feelings without fear of judgment. Holding back doesn't create attraction, it creates distance. When a guy tries to suppress his emotions to seem more in control, it feels like he's not being entirely honest or vulnerable. And let's be real, Sigma females can see right through that. We respect strength, but emotional availability is just as important. We don't want a man who's afraid to show what's going on inside. We want someone who can communicate openly, share when they're upset, happy, or even a little vulnerable. It's not about being weak or needy. It's about being human. Sigma females are not looking for perfection, and we don't expect our partners to have it all figured out. What we need is honesty. A man who hides his emotions in an attempt to seem strong or unbothered doesn't realize that real strength is in emotional expression, not in repression. There's nothing more attractive than a man who can be confident in sharing his feelings without fear of judgment. It's about having an open and honest connection where both partners feel comfortable being themselves. When men hold back their emotions, they're creating a barrier that prevents true intimacy. It's like putting on a mask and never allowing anyone to see the real you. And for a Sigma female, that's a deal breaker. We don't want someone who's playing a role. We want someone who's being real. We want to connect on a deep level, and that connection can't happen if someone is hiding their true emotions. It's important for both partners in a relationship to be open, and when men realize that Sigma females value honesty, vulnerability, and emotional depth, they usually start to open up themselves. The relationship becomes more genuine, more intimate, and much stronger. So, If you're a Sigma female and you notice a man holding back his emotions, just remember, he's not being strong, he's being closed off. True strength lies in being able to express how you feel and still be unapologetically yourself. Quick pause. If you're nodding along, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever noticed this emotional distance? 5. They try to impress you with their status. Now, this one is a classic, and it's something you'll probably recognize if you've ever dated a guy who's a little unsure of what you really want. When men realize they're with a Sigma female, someone who's independent and doesn't need anyone to validate her, they often feel this urge to impress you, not with who they truly are, but with their external status. It's like they think that by showing off their wealth, job title, or connections, they'll somehow earn your respect or affection. The thing is, Sigma females don't care about status. We're not here for the fancy cars, the flashy job titles, or the expensive dinners. We're here for authenticity, depth, and emotional connection. But when men try to impress you by throwing around their status, it can come off as disingenuous. It's almost like they're trying to buy your attention rather than earn it with who they are as people. Sigma females see right through this. We know that real value doesn't come from what you own or what others think of you. It comes from what you bring to the table as an individual. When a man leads with his external accomplishments, it's almost like he's not sure if he's enough on his own. And we totally get it. Society pressures men to be high-achieving, successful, and constantly proving their worth. But here's the truth. Sigma females aren't impressed by surface-level success. What we want is someone who is comfortable with themselves, someone who doesn't need to constantly prove their worth to the world. So when men try to impress you with their status, it can feel a little off. It's like they're looking for validation from you instead of being confident in themselves. Sigma females respect real confidence, the kind that comes from knowing who you are and not needing anyone's approval to feel worthy. When a guy is constantly talking about his career achievements, his material possessions, or his connections, it can make the interaction feel shallow. It's like they're not talking to you, they're talking at you. They're trying to sell you an image, not a connection. What's truly attractive to a Sigma female is someone who knows their worth without needing to prove it. It's about showing up authentically and connecting with us on a deeper level, not relying on external things to make you seem valuable. The most powerful attraction happens when two people can be real with each other, without hiding behind accomplishments or appearances. So, when men realize that Sigma females aren't impressed by status, they might try to tone down the bragging and start focusing on what really matters. It's about vulnerability, authenticity, and the ability to connect without needing to showcase your success. The guy who can put away the flashy exterior and show his true self is the one who will truly impress a Sigma female. The bottom line is, real attraction doesn't come from material things. It comes from depth, honesty, and emotional connection. So, if a guy is trying to impress you with his status, just know that we're not looking for the title or the money. We're looking for the person behind all of that. Quick pause. If this resonates with you, make sure to hit the like button and let me know in the comments. Has a guy ever tried to impress you with his status, and how did it make you feel? 6. They become overly competitive. This one is kind of funny, but it's something that happens more often than you'd think. When men realize that they're with a Sigma female, someone who's confident, self-sufficient, and doesn't need validation, they sometimes feel this pressure to compete. It's like they think, if she's doing well in life, I have to do better, or at least keep up. So suddenly, they start turning every situation into a competition, trying to outdo you, or prove that they're just as capable, if not more. But here's the thing. Sigma females aren't looking for competition. We're not trying to be better than anyone else. We're just doing our own thing, focused on our own growth, and we're not interested in keeping score. So when a man starts competing with you in small ways, whether it's in career achievements, social circles, or even who can do something better, it can feel a little weird. Sigma females value collaboration over competition. We respect someone who can stand by us as a partner, not someone who sees everything as a rivalry. The idea of competing with a partner is honestly counterproductive in our eyes. Instead of building something together, it becomes about who's winning. And let's be real, Sigma females are already winners. We don't need anyone to prove their worth to us. What's really attractive is a man who understands that we can both thrive independently and still come together to create something amazing. Men who get too caught up in competition may be doing it out of insecurity. They might feel like they need to prove something because they sense that you're already successful, independent, and don't rely on anyone to feel fulfilled. And that's where the problem starts. When men feel the need to compete, it's because they're not secure in themselves. They think they have to constantly outshine you or be the best in every scenario. But for a Sigma female, this just creates tension instead of attraction. We don't want a man who sees us as a challenge. We want someone who recognizes that both partners can succeed together without trying to overshadow one another. When men realize that competing won't get them anywhere, they start to understand that the best way to truly connect is by supporting each other. There's no need for a constant power struggle. Instead, a strong relationship is built on mutual respect, where both people can celebrate each other's victories without feeling the need to one-up each other. The competition, when it's taken too far, can cause distance. But when it's replaced with partnership, that's where the magic happens. The key to winning over a Sigma female isn't through competition, it's through cooperation. When a man realizes that, the dynamic shifts. Instead of trying to outdo her, he focuses on how they can both achieve their goals and support each other in their individual journeys. It's about realizing that being equals rather than competitors is what really builds a solid connection. Quick pause. If you've ever felt like a guy was trying to outdo you or compete with you, let me know in the comments. And if you're vibing with this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights. They try to be the perfect guy. When men realize they're with a Sigma female, a lot of them feel like they have to be the perfect guy to match up with her. They think that because you're independent, confident, and strong, they have to meet this incredibly high standard in order to be good enough for you. So they start trying to portray themselves as flawless, perfect in every way, with no flaws or weaknesses. It's almost like they feel they need to present a version of themselves that's unapproachable, polished, and ideal in every aspect. They might try to show off their perfect job, perfect life, and perfect attitude, thinking that this is what will make them attractive to a Sigma female. But here's the truth. Sigma females aren't looking for perfection. We don't need someone to impress us with a flawless persona or constantly show us their achievements in an attempt to prove they're worth our time. What we value is authenticity, realness, and emotional depth. We're not looking for someone who tries to be perfect on the outside while hiding the real struggles, flaws, and growth they're going through. We want someone who can be honest, vulnerable, and willing to show us who they truly are without fear of judgment. The perfect guy is often a facade, a carefully constructed image that hides what's real. And when men feel like they have to be perfect, they end up coming off as inauthentic or disconnected. Sigma females can see through this act immediately. We know that perfection is an illusion, and we don't want someone pretending to be something they're not. We're attracted to someone who's willing to show their real self, the good, the bad, and everything in between. So when a guy tries too hard to present himself as flawless, it doesn't make us admire him more. It actually makes us pull away. We want someone who's confident enough to admit their mistakes, acknowledge their weaknesses, and grow from them. Perfection doesn't impress us, but growth and authenticity do. When men try to be the perfect guy, they also risk losing their own identity in the process. Instead of being genuine and true to themselves, they focus too much on impressing us and meeting these impossible standards. But the real connection is built on vulnerability, mutual understanding, and support for each other's flaws and strengths. Sigma females are looking for a partner who's grounded, authentic, and willing to let go of the need to be perfect all the time. It's not about showing us your achievements or your flawless exterior. It's about showing us who you are underneath all the surface-level stuff. So the next time a guy tries to be perfect around you, Just remember that the true attraction comes from him being himself, not from putting on a performance. Sigma females want the real deal. We don't need perfection. We need honesty, depth, and genuine connection. Quick pause. If you've ever had a guy try to be perfect around you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this video. 8. They try to be overly mysterious. This one is pretty interesting because it's a tactic some men think will attract a Sigma female, but it often backfires. When men realize they're dealing with a Sigma female, they sometimes feel the need to be a little more mysterious. It's almost like they think that keeping certain parts of their life or personality hidden will make them more intriguing or desirable. So they start playing this game where they withhold information, give vague answers, and act like they're an enigma that needs to be decoded. But here's the thing, Sigma females are naturally independent and self-sufficient. We don't need anyone to try and create intrigue by being elusive. We can see through the mystery act, and honestly, it doesn't work for us. Sigma females aren't attracted to games or power plays. We value straightforwardness and authenticity. If a guy is being mysterious to keep us guessing, it feels less like an attraction tactic and more like a form of emotional manipulation. It's like they're trying to keep us interested by keeping us at arm's length, and that's a major turnoff. We appreciate honesty, vulnerability, and openness. A man who's trying too hard to be mysterious is often hiding something or not being fully real with us, and that's a red flag. Sigma females don't have time for mystery or drama. We're about clarity, depth, and meaningful connections. So when a guy plays the mysterious card, it feels inauthentic and exhausting. It's almost like he's trying to control the pace of the relationship by keeping us on edge. But a real connection comes from being genuine, not from hiding behind a veil of secrecy. What's truly attractive to a Sigma female is a man who can be upfront, share his true self, and not feel the need to play games. We don't need a puzzle to solve, or a man who's trying to keep us intrigued with vague answers and half-truths. We want honesty and openness. Being mysterious might work on someone who's unsure of herself or looking for validation, but it doesn't work with Sigma females. We know our worth, and we can see when someone is holding back or playing games. If a guy is truly interested, he'll stop trying to be this untouchable figure and start showing us who he really is. Flaws, dreams, fears, and all. That's when we begin to connect on a deeper level. So, while men may think they're being mysterious to attract us, they're actually pushing us away. Sigma females want transparency, clarity, and a man who's confident enough to be himself without all the smoke and mirrors. We respect authenticity and honesty, and if a guy is playing the mystery card, we're not impressed. We want someone who is secure enough to drop the act and show us the real version of himself. In the end, it's not about being mysterious or hard to get. It's about being genuine and creating a real connection. Quick pause. If you've ever encountered someone who was trying too hard to be mysterious, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. But here's the most surprising thing. The moment they realize they don't have to win you over. At first, men think they need to prove themselves, that they need to show you how good they are or what they can do to earn your approval. It's almost like they think they have to perform, constantly impress you with grand gestures or achievements. But the truth is, when you're a Sigma female, you're not looking for someone to put on a show. You're not looking for someone to prove anything to you. You're looking for someone who is real. And when they realize this, it shifts everything. The pressure is gone. They no longer feel like they need to act a certain way to impress you. Instead, they understand that it's all about being genuine. They stop focusing on the need to impress you and start focusing on connecting with you on a real, equal level. That's when everything changes. When a man drops the performance and lets down the walls he's built around himself, that's when the real attraction begins. It's no longer about showing off, being someone he thinks you want, or competing to be the best. It's about sharing who he truly is, his thoughts, his feelings, his experiences, and that's when the bond deepens. Sigma females don't care about the superficial stuff. We don't need grand gestures or constant validation. What we value is connection, honesty, and authenticity. And when a man understands that, he realizes that winning us over isn't about being perfect or impressing us, it's about being himself. That's when real attraction starts to grow. It's that shift in mindset from trying to win someone over to trying to build a meaningful, authentic connection that truly makes a difference. Men often overcomplicate things, thinking they have to do something extraordinary to capture our attention. But in reality, the extraordinary thing is when they're willing to be real. When they stop performing and start connecting, that's when the attraction is at its strongest. To wrap it up, men often act in ways they think will attract you, but it's your independence and strength that really throw them off. They try to help, protect, lead, and impress, but in the end, it's not about any of those things. The key is genuine connection and respect. Sigma females don't need saving, we don't need leadership, and we don't need to be impressed. What we need is someone who can stand by us, who can meet us at an equal level, and who values authenticity. When men realize that, they stop trying to play games and start being real. That's when the attraction shifts to something much deeper. What do you think? Have you noticed these behaviors before? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Do you relate to any of these moments? And don't forget to watch the next video on how to recognize a Sigma male. Trust me, it's going to be just as eye-opening. I'll catch you there.